615-7777 or visit RevivedMen'sHealth.com.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
A little bit earlier today on the Blitz, Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones joined and said that the Cowboys are expected to have their projected starting 5 offensive linemen for the first time this season when they take on the 49ers this week, which could open up the passing game. The playoffs are set. Astros get going tomorrow, as do the Rangers. You can catch them here.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger. Man, I've been wanting in for so long, but playoff baseball has taken center stage, Monday Night Football, all that great stuff. But here we are. I am here, and on the Blitz, I became the center of controversy. And Jason was like, I know you're going to defend yourself on Extra Innings, so I've been biting my time because you're darn right I'm going to defend myself on my show. Because, much like everything else, what he accuses Joe Reinagle of, which is not listening, you're not listening. Cowboy fans aren't listening. I asked a question because every single day I sit in the glass box of fun here and I look at tweets about either how great Dak is or how awful Dak is. Half the calls want Dak run out of town for a third string backup quarterback that they know nothing about in Trey Lance. The other half think that he is the greatest thing to have ever happened to the Dallas Cowboys. He just hasn't had the pieces around him. There is a polarization about Dak Prescott. So I wanted to test a theory because CJ Stroud is off to what we thought that Cowboys defense was going to be. Historic. Big word. Historic. Yes, CJ Stroud is off to a historic start to his NFL career. He is only the 6th player in NFL history, as John McClain just told us, to average 300 yards passing, have over 1,200 yards passing through his first 4 games, no interceptions. The company he follows, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and one Patrick Mahomes, the so-called best quarterback in the NFL currently. And it's not so-called, he is. He is the best quarterback in the NFL. That's where CJ Stroud's at. History. He is with those names currently. So, I had a question for Cowboys fans. I'll let you hear what is rolling around on social media.
All right, I got a question for you guys. Dak Prescott or CJ Stroud? Cowboy fans, who would you rather have? Dak might be the better quarterback right this second, but there is no doubt CJ Stroud's arrow is pointed way up. His ceiling looks much higher. And oh, by the way, he's doing more with less, both in front of him on the offensive line and surrounding him with weapons. You can't tell me Nico Collins, Cowboy fans, is better than CeeDee Lamb. You've got the better overall weaponry surrounding Dak. You've got the better offensive line in front of him. Yet, somehow, CJ Stroud looks better than Dak Prescott. Who would you rather have leading your franchise?
It is a simple question. I did not pick a side. I have an opinion, but I did not pick a side. I was asking Cowboy fans because the majority of them are split. They either love them or hate them. So I was trying to gauge the pulse of a split nation and see where they were. It's that simple. Dak Prescott, Jason said earlier today, 4-0. You can't compare the two. CJ's only 2-2. I mean, you can. Dak Prescott walked into a situation where stable offensive coordinator, coaching staff, not in upheaval. Offensive line was, and considered at the time, the best in the National Football League. He had the actual Offensive Rookie of the Year playing behind him in Zeke Elliott. I know Dak won the award, but I think anybody with two eyes that watched that season unfold saw that Ezekiel Elliott was the person that made that entire thing go. But because Dak's a quarterback, quarterbacks get all the glory, quarterbacks get all the blame. It's the way it works. It's the way it's always worked. So Dak got the Offensive Rookie of the Year award that year, even though probably Zeke was more deserving of it. There are a lot of MVPs that probably should have gone to a different position. Quarterback will win every time. That's why they get the Offensive Player of the Year award and kind of dole that out to different players. MVP is for a quarterback because it's the most valuable position on the football field. Look, it was a question, and the answer to me is pretty simple. CJ Stroud doing this behind 3 third-string offensive linemen, 2 guys that they traded for during the preseason. Not even during training camp. During the preseason, they acquired Kendrick Green and Josh James. Laramie Tunsil, your only Pro Bowler and the best player in your team's been out. Shaq Mason missed a game, but he's the one constant that's been there. Your rookie center you drafted in the second round's been gone. Your first round guard from last year, Kendrick Green from Texas A&M, he's gone. Titus Howard, the guy you just paid a boatload of money to play right tackle for you, he's been on the injured reserve. It has been a hodgepodge. You've lost 3 centers. You've got a rookie 6th rounder in Jarrett Patterson starting there for you. And he still managed to do it along with a brand new first-time offensive play caller. Yes, the ceiling is higher because we know what Dax is. We know what he is. So it is the hypothetical question of, are you content with what you have? Or are you more of the roll the dice, let's take a shot and see if the ceiling could possibly be higher and bet on upside? That's what you did when you traded for Trey Lance, by the way. Rudolph Gonzalez says, just admit it, I'm a Cowboys and Dak hater, and I'm using CJ Stroud as a platform to bring it up, because otherwise I would have nothing to do with each other than just hate on them. Look, Rudolph, I don't care. I don't. But I'm looking at comments and floods and tweets and posts and everybody being so split on Dak. CJ Stroud's off to a fantastic start. I could do it with Kirk Cousins. I could do it with anybody. Look, I did it with CJ Stroud because there is a small sample size, so you have to make the quick judgment. Either, wow, you've got 4 games, and you either have to bet on this not being a fluke and the arrow continually pointing up. Because, look, I know what it's like. As a Texans fan, everybody wanted to get rid of Matt Schaub. And then Matt Schaub was gone. And you had Fitzpatrick and Hoyer and Tom Savage and just bad quarterback after bad quarterback after bad quarterback until finally they drafted a Deshaun Watson. Look, I understand the difficulties of wishing for something more, losing what you had, and then the same way Cowboy fans can do that. You had Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's gone. And then there was a bunch of also-rans until you found and stumbled across Tony Romo. And then you happened to go from Romo to Dak seamlessly. But Cowboy fans are at an impasse. They are at a crossroads with Dak Prescott right now. And Dak Prescott's playing great right now. Everybody's talking about CJ Stroud's 151 pass attempts, third most all time to start a career without an interception. In front of him is Tua, one pass attempt, and Dak Prescott with 176. Dak had a great start to his career too. He also had a better team. Dak this season, in 136 pass attempts, only has one interception. He has 13 less than the rest of the entire NFC East. He's playing good football. It's not about hating on Dak Prescott. It's a simple social experiment about trying to find out where a fan base is, because they seem divided on what they think this singular player can do. And a lot of people love to roll the dice and take upside potential, the whatnot, draft a quarterback, get rid of Dak and just draft somebody sight unseen. I've heard that on these airwaves. It's a social experiment more than anything. And y'all can get mad as you want about it. I don't care. The Cowboys are a really good football team. I've said it since the beginning, but none of y'all want to hear it. I've said they have a potential to play at the Super Bowl. They have two teams that stand in their way. They get to face one of them this week when they play on Sunday Night Football. Has everything happened? Can they overcome the demons of years past and finally get over that hump? We'll find out. From the Cowboys executive vice president, Stephen Jones, he joined the Blitz earlier today, and I'm going to let you hear what he said about having to face the San Francisco 49ers. That plus your phone call, 656-ESPN, 210-656-3776, right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and sasportstar.com. This is Extra Innings.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Niners at 6 p.m.
4th and goal, man in motion left to right, inside, a play action, bootleg to the left, Prescott all the way, runs it in for the touchdown, and he's fired up.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunk Law, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This Sunday, the big game is finally here as the Niners are pre-gaming at Twin Peaks. Join us this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Live Oak location starting at 3. Frosty 29-degree beers, tasty bites made from scratch out of the kitchen, and the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Plus, we've got your chance to win Shine Down and Papa Roach tickets. So come Sunday Fun Day with us as we broadcast live at the Twin Peaks Live Oaks location. With wall-to-wall screens, there's never a bad seat in the house. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installation. Visit Airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000398898C.
It is Raymond and Austin on All-Star Sports Radio. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is celebrating their 30th year. The can't miss offer. 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protect, and you can only get it from BetUS.com. An awesome offer for this season's wild plays.
Nice, like that infamous tuck rule back in 2002.
Tuck rule, worst call in sports.
Man, you're like the old lady in the Titanic. It's been 21 years.
Hey, I'll be king of the world with Bet Protect. It's like having 30 get out of any tuck rule shenanigans in my back pocket.
But your back pocket is usually empty, bro.
Keep your shoulder pads on. Is there anything else about BetUS you haven't told me?
The less you know, the better. BetUS has live in-game betting, a 200% crypto sign-up bonus, and online casino for some blackjack.
You've been holding back.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect this football season. Visit BetUS.com for the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. Or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US to get started.
Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are one of the boldest, protein-packed, and low-carb snacks out there. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, you'll want to stock up on Southern Recipe small batch at your local H-E-B. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Find your flavor at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Federal criminal cases are much more complex than state cases. The court process is different. You have to have a lawyer with experience in federal law to navigate through it. If you have been accused of a federal crime or being investigated for one of the most important decisions you'll have to make is who will represent you in the process. The LaHood Norton Law Group has decades of experience dealing with federal investigations, federal trials, and achieving outstanding results for our clients. The sooner you contact our team, the sooner we can help. Call us at 210-797-7700.
Exergen thermometers are proven to be more accurate than non-contact thermometers. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Clinical studies have proven that non-contact thermometers are inaccurate and can miss fevers. Accuracy matters. That's why the Exergen thermometer is trusted and used by medical professionals. Exergen thermometers are available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Choose a trusted and accurate thermometer for personal use. Learn more about why accuracy matters at Exergen.com.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need invitations and posters printed, and they have to be perfect.
I need beautifully bound booklets and presentations for my business.
Your invitations and booklets will be in captivating color and will be done right every time. That's Staples Print Big Promise. And right now at Staples, get $50 off your print purchase of $150 or more. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 10/14. Exclusions apply. See associate or visit staples.com/print for details.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo Enduramax, touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pleasure. It's a huge weekend. Wish I had more than 30 minutes, and with commercials probably closer to 15, to talk about everything that's going on. But Cowboys 49ers is massive. It's massive in terms of we finally get to see exactly what this pissed off Dak looks like, what Micah and everything that they seemingly have talked about since the end of last year and the loss to San Francisco for the second time put into action, and how they look, and having a healthy offensive line and no excuses to fall back on. What do they do against San Francisco? And it'll be nice to see what San Francisco does. They haven't played anybody this year. The Rams are the best team they've played. And the Rams are better than people think because last year they were awful. I think that's a playoff team, though. But these are two heavyweights that are about to slug it out, and I'd like to see where they're at. How big does each team make this game? Or is this mental for the Dallas Cowboys? They have the team in place to be able to compete with San Francisco. They've got all the pieces offensively. Their offensive line's healthy, according to Stephen Jones, who let us know about that and being able, because of the health, to open up that playbook again earlier today on the Blitz.
Well, I think let's start with the fact I compliment all the guys who've been playing, whether it's a Chuma or some of our young college free agents who stepped up, TJ Bass, and that crew did a really good job, and they really served the role of next man up and did a good job. But no question, when you got the guys who you're paying the money to, and certainly there's a reason why they make more than others or were first-round picks. It's because obviously we think that's our top group, and agree with you. It just allows you to open up and not have to be in any way conservative in terms of opening up the playbook, and whether that's Dak feeling good about holding the ball a little longer and maybe letting some guys work their routes, whatever that may mean, running the ball. I think it makes a big difference in the red zone. All those things, give you an opportunity when you got your five guys up front that were, the five you were counting on starting from the get-go. It's, it's great to have those guys back. And certainly, they're going to play well. But the other thing, hopefully as we move forward, that'll be something that's more on a regular basis. They can get the continuity and also not only play well against the 49ers, but only improve as we move forward.
And that's the big thing. Maybe this cleans up the red zone issues. Maybe this keeps them from getting cute in the red zone. It's going to be very interesting to tell. Does it fall on Dak? Of course, because it always falls on the quarterback, no matter who you are. No matter what team you are. It is a team, but make no mistake, there is a pyramid to that team, and the quarterback usually sits on top. Mike McCarthy's offense, how does it look against that San Francisco defense? I'm very intrigued to see exactly how this plays out on Sunday night because it's the best game on the docket. Sunday Night Football is the best game on the docket. Goldfinger123 says Dallas is only going to allow one score. Stephen let us know a little bit earlier. Outside of Trayvon Diggs, the entire defense is healthy. So that is possible. But it's not going to be easy because that offense functions at a high level. Rudolph Gonzalez says he's not saying it's about CJ Stroud, but me using CJ to bring up Dak. Nobody follows the Texans. You can talk about him here. Yeah, I can talk about him here without having to bring up Dak. I was bringing it up as a social experiment because only one person really went the way I thought it was going to go with it. And he's right. I'll take CJ Stroud in that 4-game sample size purely for the fact of the rookie contract that it comes with and the ability to continue to build out the rest of the Cowboys team, which you can't do once you pay, and you've already paid him, but you're going to have to pay Dak again on top of that. It makes the team easier to build around, much like San Francisco's doing it. That's going to do it for me here on Extra Innings with Pleasure. Coming up next, we've got some Thursday night football for you. That's right. The winless Bears against the 2-2 Commanders. Should be fun. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I'm looking for fuel injector cleaner.
Right